Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Woo! Yeah!
So, my name is Chris Ruiz Magic. I'm actually going to take you guys on a little bit of journey. A journey through life, friendships, your own personal growth, a journey of energy. So, as we know, we all have a little bit of energy inside of us. From birth, it's a spark, like a magical spark that we see. That energy carries on through life. Now, even if you're Christian or whatever your beliefs are, we believe in something beyond this life, right? Some call it heaven. Some believe in reincarnation, but our energy here carries on past this life. Let me give you a little bit of a demonstration of that. Some dental floss. Go ahead and hang on to that for me.
Yeah.
So, right now each of you hang on to one piece of dental floss. Now, each one's unique. Go ahead and straighten it out, kind of smooth it out. Just like us, each of our energies is unique. That could even be even our timelines, if you will. Each one's slightly different in length. Our durations are different as well. We all came into this world at different times. No one's right like at the exact same time, even twins, right? Now, along that journey of life and through our timeline, we intersect with people, whether it be relationships, whether it be work, school, things of that nature. When we come together with those two different timelines, they kind of merge. So like for instance, right now, you guys are sitting here watching the same show. So go ahead and pass your line to her. And ma'am, go ahead and start balling those up into one. Now again, it could be a perfect example, relationships, right? You guys are together.
Yeah.
You guys share certain moments together. And you share that same timeline, that same energy wavelength. Go ahead and bring those together and ball them up. Now we're all also here at the Magic Castle, sharing energy, sharing this same experience right now, correct?
Yes.
So we'll take your ball here, and your ball here. Okay, here we go. All right? Now this is my timeline here. This is why we're all here right now, for magic. See, just like that, we're all currently on the same energy wavelength, same timeline, seeing the same thing happen right in front of us. Let's try that again. Just like that. There we go. There we go. Go and hang on to that. What? And go and start pulling. Over your head. Arms up. Pull. Pull, pull.
Oh, damn. Damn.
You see? Well, we all see the same thing. We all share the same memory together, which puts us on that same timeline, that same wavelength. Now, when I thought of this, it was a nice, good, solid story, but in my own mind, I started playing it through, and there were some inherent flaws in that idea. You see, when we come together with people, it's a bigger lifeline, get it? When we come together with people, we start sharing these common interests, common bonds. The most recognizable is relationships, right? So when relationships happen, there's two people brought together. It's supposed to be even. Because in relationships, there should be equal parts, right?
Oh, man.
There we go. So, we're with people, we get lost, right? We start sharing all the same friends, we start sharing all the same connections, you kind of forget who you were when you first started. And that was part of the flaw I noticed, is that we are all on the same timelines, but we got to always remember who we actually are to start. One of the biggest flaws in relationships, thank you, is losing who you are. Now again, life throws you curveballs, right? So even things like kids come into the mix, and they divide you. Does anyone else have kids here? They're demanding little buggers, right? They take up your time.
Yes, yes.
There we go.
Fuckers.
They need this or that and the other, right? And they start eating you up. But with kids, again, you forget who you are. You forget what you used to love doing. But you can't forget that.
Yeah.
You need to make sure you remember who you are. But even for those who don't have kids, life's journeys are tough. Life sucks sometimes, right? It breaks you down. It tears you apart into a bunch of pieces. The main thing I want you to remember, though, is it's how you react to those troubles in life, those rough roads. It's about putting yourself back together when the shit hits the fan, right? It's called resilience. See, resilience is kind of like magic. You sprinkle a little on your life, and that resilience goes a hell of a long way.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not BSing you. A little bit of personal info on me. For those who showed up late, my name is Chris Ruiz. I've been doing magic for quite a few years now. But other than magic, I tell people I do real magic. I'm actually a nurse practitioner in the emergency room. I do the Western magic, right? But being a nurse for almost 15 years now, I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot of insight. I've realized that I'm somewhat of an empath. I could feel people's energies. I've done tons of things though, as far as like nursing. I've done search and rescue for about 8 years, volunteer. I've seen life at its worst. Actually, my wife's here. I brought life into this world with her. I've seen life at its best. But it's a crazy road, it's a crazy journey. And it's all those things that you want to pass on to the next and show others the resilience that you have. But I've learned a lot too as far as who I am and like my own personal growth. Part of being an empath is being able to see people's energies, and I want to kind of share that with you guys. Is there someone who would volunteer for a little bit of a, I guess we'll call it a soul search or a little dabble into tarot?
I will.
Okay. What's your name, hon?
Bindi.
Bindi?
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't you come up here briefly?
Okay.
Are you familiar with tarot cards? A little bit?
Kind of.
So we're actually just going to use the major arcana. It's like the big face cards that you see, the Empress, the Death, and all these different cards. It's just the main face ones because it's easiest to tell the story. But how tarot works is it represents the story of the past, the present, and the future. You don't have to know all the cards, but I'm going to make some stacks, and all you're going to do is, as we go through, you'll pick them out for me.
Okay.
So I'll tell you when. So the first card, Bindi or Bindi? Bindi.
Yeah.
So we have the Tower, the Moon, the Hermit, the Devil, Death, the Emperor, and the Hanged Man. Which one of those calls out to you?
The moon.
The Moon? Perfect. Next up, we have the Empress, Temperance, Judgment, the Star, the Fool, Strength, and the Chariot.
The Empress.
The Empress, beautiful. Can you hold? You have a seat right here.
Okay.
Take a rest. Then lastly, we have the Lovers, the Magician, Justice, High Priestess, Wheels of Fortune, the World, and the Sun, and the Lovers. Oh, we got Lovers there.
The Fortune.
Fortune. Wheels of Fortune. So, Bindi. Let me see your hand for a second. Just like this. Now we're not going to go too deep, don't worry. Okay. So the first card, we always start with the past. The moon. The moon actually represents a time where you kind of had some trickery or some nonsense go on kind of around your, behind your back. Is that fair to say? You see, the trickery happens in the dark of night. You can only see what the moon allows you to see. So on the blackest of nights, that's when the tricksters come out. Now we won't get into too much of who tricked you, but when all that stuff was going on, you picked up your own sense of resilience, which is a great example because the Empress here is a sign of royalty. She's a very strong woman. She's a sign that she sits on top of her throne. You overcame that adversity that was hiding behind the moon to sit on your throne now. You feel like you're in a good place right now?
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is a beautiful thing as well because the Wheels of Fortune is actually a completion of this cycle. Now it doesn't mean death or nothing like that, but it means that you're completing your journey right now to move on to the next one. You see, just like I was saying, being a nurse, being search and rescue, being a father now, each journey comes to an end so you can start the next. But we learn from each of those pieces. You're reigning high right now, and now it's time for completion so you can start the next
Yeah,
phase.
that's what I'm talking about.
All right? Now, Bindi, do you believe in chance or fate?
Fate.
Me too. You see, fate brought us all here today. Fate brought you into this room close enough for me to pick you.
Yeah.
Fate had you pick the moon
Yeah.
as your past.
Yes.
Oh, what?
Fate had you pick the Empress as your present,
Yes.
and the Wheels of Fortune also as your future.
That's what's up.
All blanks. Only ones with right. Give Bindi a round of
That's so.
Now, for this next little installment, I want to show you something. I want to show you what your inner self can do for you, what your gut instincts can do for you. As a nurse, I rely heavily on my gut instinct. When the crap hits the fan in the emergency room, you have to function off of what you already know on hand, and that's how you get out of these crap situations. But it's key to remember that, and it's key to rely on that feeling, if you will. Now people know what that feeling is, that tickle in the stomach, that gut-wrenching feeling sometimes, or the hairs on the back of your neck. But when you're able to clear all the nonsense of this world, you can sometimes see through all that and really see yourself and listen to yourself when you need to. We're going to try something out here. So normal tie. Don't hurry. Let's see if I can get these shoulders to work. Okay. So here's what we're going to try. We're just going to try a little simple guessing game here. Now 1 in 52 is kind of a rough one, but we're going to just start simple with, trying to just make a note of the table. Red and black, 2 cards. We're just going to try and guess what they are. So we'll say my left, your guys is right. We'll say that's red. And then the left side will be black. And then just let me know how I did. Is this red or black? Red?
Black.
Black. Okay. And then red?
Red.
Okay. Now it's not so much a guessing game as much as I'm waiting for that kind of tingle, that umph. Let's try again. This is still black, right? And then this is red? Okay. Let's try this. Black?
Oh, it's red.
And black?
Black.
Okay. It's alright. Are these face up or are they face?
Face it.
They're both face up, and then are these both face up?
Oh, no, one
Your
is
left hand
not.
is not.
Those are both face
Those
up.
are face up,
Those
the
are
other
face
one
up.
are face
And then
up and down.
This one's
that's
down?
one of each.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's up now?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Here we go. We're gonna try this out. Black right here?
Yes.
Red?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna deal down cards. And we're gonna try. I think I was thinking too much. We're gonna just start going through the deck, and I'm gonna see if I can hit these. For those, because I can't see, but if anyone walking, we're trying to make piles of red and black. Feeling good right now. We're gonna switch it up. Black?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna switch. So now this pile is gonna be black, and then this pile will be red. You ready? Okay. So through my trials and tribulations, like I said, I've learned that your gut instinct, your intuition is going to be the only thing that is what's right for you to do. Not listening to others, not being influenced, the freaking social media, all that stuff, dude. It's all about knowing what your gut is telling you to do. Because that's the only thing you have at the end of the day. Now, it's a strong, powerful instinct if you learn how to use it. So just like that.
Right.
Now for black. A few more red. And last but not least, the last of the black. Now, you guys saw when I moved that card over, right? That's second guessing yourself, which you should never do. Because what happened when I second guessed myself? Believe in yourself. Believe in what yourself is telling you. Don't sway from your own path, guys. My name's Chris Ruiz. Thank you guys for your time.